What's up, my beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. Let's go right ahead and jump into this video. To start out with, I'm going to be using my NYX pigment primer. I am going to start by applying this to my eyelids. This is going to be used to help my eyeshadows pop. It is a very recommended product. This is my first time using it, and I will say I am very impressed with the turnout. So I'm just using my fingers to go ahead and just rub that all into my eyelids. Next, I am going in with the BH Cosmetics Studio Concealer Palette. And I'm just going to be using a flat-edged brush to go ahead and apply that to my eyes. I am using this as well as a base for my eyeshadow. I love to use concealers because they also give it a little bit of an extra pop. When applying my eyeshadow base, I am not using any form or method. I am just literally just going in and just applying it all over. Next, I am going to go in with my Morphe palette. And I'm going to start with this peachy, almost kind of translucent shade because it blends into my skin very well. I'm just going to go in with that shade and I'm going to start with my crease. If you notice, I don't have any eyeshadow on right now, but if you just noticed, you could already see where my crease line naturally is. So I bring that in to about the top of the bridge of my nose, pointing towards my tear duct. Next, I'm going in with this pink, peachy orange color, and I'm going to start to blend that in underneath that transition shade. And I'm not bringing it up as far, maybe about 3/4 of the way. I'm just using a light hand to go in and apply this product. I always start out with very little because less is always more, and you can always build it up as much as you like. But like they say, it's better to add than to take away. So the next, I'm just going in with that same brush that I used to apply my transition shade, and I'm just blending out that shade I just applied. Next, I'm going in with this orangish reddish color, and I'm going to apply that into my crease as well. And as you can see, I'm beginning to create almost kind of like an ombre effect, bringing it up about 1/4 of the way into my eyes. Next, I'm going in with that BH Cosmetics Concealer Palette as well to cut my crease. I'm also using that flat edge brush that I used to apply that concealer as my base. When I cut my creases, I like to start from my tear duct. I don't always cut my crease that way. I have a few different ways that I do it. If you guys would like to see a video on that, please be sure to let me know down in the comments below, and I'll be happy to do that video for you. But I'm just going in and I'm just applying this concealer to cut my crease. You want to make sure when you are doing your cut creases, you get this as blended as possible because you don't want spots where your crease is, because you want your eyeshadow to lay nice and flat on that eyeshadow base. So next, I'm going in with the JACLYN Morphe palette, and I'm just using a shimmery white color. And what I am doing is I'm beginning to outline the crease that I just created with that shade, and I am just packing the color in. When you're doing your eyelids or when you're doing any type of crease, you don't want to swipe it in because you're not necessarily blending this color. You want to pack that color in, and then we will blend all of those shades into it a little bit later. So I'm just going ahead and just packing all of that in there. So the next I'm going in with that same palette, and I'm going to use this deep red color, and this is what I'm going to use to begin creating an ombre effect into the cut crease. So I'm putting that in the outer eye, and I'm just going to blend it in just a little bit. And then also blend up. You guys will notice in this video that I am lifting my brow bone, and the reason for that is because I have very small eyes and they are also slanted. So my eye looks tend to come out as a slanted eye look, and that is not necessarily the look that I'm always going for. So by lifting my brow bone, it helps to not only blend my colors, but it helps to give it that almost kind of like circular eye look that I'm looking for, if that makes any sense. Next, I'm going to go in with this deep brown color, and I'm going to blend that into the outer eye as well. I am pretty much creating almost kind of like a smoky look. Instead, I am not using black. I am using a blend of oranges, reds, and browns, and this gives it a nice, modest, smoky, reddish type of color, which I really am a fan of. I did go ahead and apply my eyeliner off camera, and I was not going for a look with glitter in it, but I decided to go ahead and try something different. So what I am doing is I'm taking my dual eyelash glue, and I'm going in and I'm following the shape of that crease. And so what I'm doing is I'm literally just following that circle. I put it on my eyeliner, right above my eyeliner, and then I'm following that little circle there where the crease ends. And then I'm just taking some multicolored glitter. It's just like a silver and white glitter. And I'm just going in and applying that there in that shape, and the shape that I created with the lash glue. I was really happy that I incorporated the glitter into this look, because it really did offset it, and I was really happy with it. And it also was very easy to do as well. I'm just going to go in with a makeup wipe. This is a charcoal makeup wipe, and I'm just going to wipe any product fallout from underneath my eyes and just go ahead and just kind of clean up my face a little bit before we move on to there. So I'm going to go in with my dual eyelash glue, and I'm going to begin to apply my eyelashes. These are just some eyelashes I got from my local beauty supply store. Dual eyelash glue is the best glue that you can use to apply your lashes. Honestly, if you are still using hair glue to apply lashes, coronavirus is definitely better, sis. Just saying. Alright, so moving on to the face, I am going to start off with my NYX Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer. I'm going to go ahead and just blend that all over my face. I really love this primer. It just feels so smooth, so soft, and I just love how the makeup just glides onto my face after using this primer. Primer really does make a difference as well, ladies. So if you're not using one, make sure you are using one. It creates that barrier between your skin and the makeup, so that's definitely needed. Next, I am going in with my JUVIAS Place Foundation Stick. I forgot what color this is in, but all products that I am using will be listed below in the description box, so make sure you check that out. I use two colors in this foundation stick. I use this one, and then I use a color, it is in the shade Madagascar. It's just a little bit of a lighter color, just because I have to mix colors now because it is the summertime, so I got a little bit dark. Next, I am spraying my beauty blender with some rose water. I did use it earlier in the video when I was doing my brows, so that's why it looks dirty, but it is not. I'm just going to go ahead and blend that foundation out. Yes, blending takes so long. I that's not the look that I'm going for. I usually use contour just to warm up my face. I'm also going to apply that on the bridges of my nose. And then I am going to go in with the Juvia's Place Concealer, and I am going to apply that in all the areas that I want to highlight. So underneath my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and my chin. Using a brush, I'm going to go ahead and begin to blend the contour out. Most people use beauty blenders for their contour, but I feel like I get the best results when I use a brush. This is an older brush that have had, and this is just pretty much my old faithful. It has always worked for me when it comes to my contour, so that is why I just continue to use it. For beginners, when doing contour, I would definitely recommend a powder or bronzer, just because cream concealers when you are doing contour can be a little bit tricky. You really have to know how to blend it out. So I would definitely recommend a powder if you're looking to do contour and you're a beginner. Next, I'm taking my beauty blender and I'm just going to go ahead and blend out the concealer. You want to make sure that when you're blending out the concealer underneath your eyes that you are getting in between any fine lines, because if you do not, you will see a significant crease underneath your eye, and that is definitely not what you want. Again, blending is something that does take a process. You do have to take your time with it and make sure that you are really getting into all of those spots and getting everything blended. I'm just going back in with the contour brush that I use and just blending that out even more, and just to kind of blend out the harsh areas where the concealer may be. Alright, so here I'm going to use a fluffy blending brush to go ahead and blend out the bridge of my nose, blending out the contour. When blending my contour on my nose, I like to blend up until just about the start of my eyebrow. It just creates that natural effect that you're looking for when it comes to contouring your nose. And then I'm going to take a beauty blender and just blend out the concealer that I used on the bridge. Again, I'm just going in with the stipple brush to furthermore just blend any places that I might have missed. And then next, I'm going to go in with this powder. I've had this powder for a very long time, so honestly, I don't even know what the brand is, so that is why I did not show you guys, but I'm going in over top of the concealer and just placing that powder over top just to set it. And then I'm going to go in with my air spun and I am going to set all of the places where I highlighted with the concealer. When I set, I like to make sure that as I'm dabbing the powder in, I'm also firmly pressing it into the skin. And I'm doing a very, very light press into the skin. and it probably doesn't look like it just because this video is just a little bit sped up, but I am pressing it into the skin, and that just helps with helping that powder to set. A lot of people allow their powders to bake. I do not do that just because I don't want any flashbacks, so pressing it into the skin gives you a much better result. Next, I'm going to go in with my Old Faithful brush, and I'm just going to blend everything out, swiping away any excess powder that was left over. As you guys can see, that powder is pressed pretty firmly into the skin, and it looks amazing. This brush for me is like magic. It literally, I feel like, brings everything together. I've been using this brush for so long, and I don't think I'll ever stop using it. Next, I'm going to go in with the Steve Laurent blush, taking a powder brush, and I am just going to apply that to my cheeks. I'm also going to apply it to the tip of my nose as well. Next, I'm going to go in with my Laura Geller highlighter, and I'm going to apply that to the cheeks, the tip of my nose, and the bridge of my nose as well. Again, there's the Old Faithful brush, just making sure everything marries together well. Here I'm just going in with a MAC Cosmetics loose pigment. I like to use this for a little bit of an extra highlight. So I just apply that to my cheeks. And then again, going in with the Old Faithful, just making sure everything blends together well. That is the key to makeup, is just blending and making sure everything looks seamlessly. Here I'm just going in and setting my face with some rose water, and I'm just going to take a brush and just pack that into the skin just to make sure it sets extra well. If you guys don't think that setting your face makes a difference, just look at the difference from before and when I just sprayed my face with the rose water. It just did a tremendous job in setting it even more. So now I'm just going in with a liquid lipstick. This is by NYX. And then what I'm also going to do is go in with a brown lip liner and just outline my lips just to give my lips some definition. And then to top that lip off, I'm just going to go in with a shimmery lip gloss and apply that on top. And then that is all for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give me a big thumbs up. And also please make sure you subscribe to my video. Turn on your post notification bell so you'll be notified each and every time that I post a video. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.